Hello, thank you for joining us on this episode of Sports Bets for Free. My name is Scott Jenkins, your host, just a local sports bettor here in Phoenix, Arizona, and hopefully today with our bets and your bets, it's going to be another profitable day for you. How about Sunday, December 14th, NBA and college basketball? We got a big day going on as it's been a light week in the NBA this week because of the NBA Cup games. And what a couple of games we had in there. We got a big NBA slate, decent stuff going on in college basketball, and a monster slate of NFL. So hopefully you guys are watching that show or have watched it as well. That has been posted now for, I don't know, 12 hours roughly on that one. So hopefully you guys got a chance to watch that before those games start. But we got a lot to get to and little time to do it. So let's get started. If you're new to our show or been here before, welcome aboard or welcome back. All of our episodes here on YouTube brought to you by the world's #1 sports betting app, Outlier. There is a 7-day free trial in the comments section as well as the YouTube channel page. Make sure you check that out. Great stuff with the Outlier app, and they're going to give you 7 days for free to try it out. Also, the Discord channel is available for all of you out there. 200, a couple hundred plus members who love doing the same thing you do, sports wagering, get all of our bets early. You get multiple cappers thrown in place. Also get all of our bets early, like I said, all of our unit sizes, what stuff to play heavily with we're playing heavily and things of that nature. And a bunch of additionals as well that we don't put out for the public. So let's get started. College basketball is where we'll start. We've got 4 games that we're actually following here on this college basketball Sunday. College basketball Saturday was, good, right? I mean, it wasn't – Kansas was really good. That was their biggest play of the day. They covered first half and the game, winning that game outright. Got a little tight there going to overtime, but Arizona we really liked. And then some games that didn't come through. Clemson laid an egg. Belmont laid an egg. Nebraska was fantastic for us. They outright win being a 10.5-point dog. That one. Houston decided to score way too many points in the second half. Georgia, Purdue, Michigan State was kind of a bummer early. Arkansas, as a dog, wins that game. We told you to play money line there. So, like I said, college basketball was okay. Knicks did well for us. Thunder, we did better on the player props with the Thunder. We'll just put it to you that way. Once again, though, Castle, for future reference, we are just going to hammer the crap out of him. I thought once Fox came back and he started to play, that could affect them a little bit, but didn't do so. But let's get started on the Sunday. We've got here. I'm going to give you a couple of extras that we're not playing that we're really close to. Iowa State at home against Eastern Illinois. Iowa State 10-0. 41.5 is the number. It's a little big for us. If that thing does come down whatsoever, we'll probably hop on. But look for the Cyclones in that one. As well. So just that game, like I said, we're not playing, but tempted to, that's for sure. Game we are on, 2:00 Eastern time frame, Missouri and Bethune-Cookman in Columbia at Mizzou Arena. Mizzou undefeated at home, 8-0, 9-2 overall, 19.5-point favorite here against Bethune-Cookman. I don't see a reason not to play Missouri here in this one. Minus 10.5 first half, 19.5 for the game. Like I said, at home, they've been fantastic. So do like Missouri in that one. Next game up, 2:00 Eastern time, Vermont against Merrimack here. I'll be really honest here. I know Vermont's record doesn't look – they're 6-5, Merrimack 6-6. Vermont 2-1 at home. They're in Burlington, Vermont for this game. I really like Vermont. I think they're going to run away with this game, to be really honest. So Vermont minus 2.5 first half and minus 5.5 for the game. The next game up for us as we roll down the college basketball slate, UAB and Troy. This line has already moved. 3:00 Eastern time frame. UAB is better than people think. I will say this game played down in Birmingham. UAB, this line was 6.5, now 7.5. I think UAB is going to win by double digits here. Should be one of the easier covers we probably get for the day. UAB minus 3.5 first half, and then minus 6.5 for the game. And the final college basketball game, another one we're looking at is Iowa, by the way, Western Michigan. Iowa, 28.5-point favorite. Really want to pull the trigger there. I thought maybe at like a 24.5 we definitely would be in, but that number is relatively close, but we expect Iowa to win right around by 30. But 5:00 Eastern time frame. So Queens at home is fantastic. On the road, I don't know what Jekyll and Hyde team they become, but it's not good. They're playing at Wake Forest in Winston-Salem. To be really honest here, Wake Forest, this line's also moved from 16.5 to 17.5. Really liked Wake Forest here. I'd still play them at the 17.5 for the same. I think they win by 20 plus. Queens at home did make us money in the last one. Playing against them on the road is kind of how this is set up for us so far. Give us Wake Forest minus 8.5 first half, 16.5 for the game. Let's get over to the NBA. Like I said, we got a bigger slate. We've not had a lot of NBA games this week because of the Cup, but we got plenty for this Sunday. And once again, I think sometimes these other leagues need to figure out if you don't compete with the NFL, your TV numbers get a lot better. But anyway, 3 o'clock Eastern time is where we get started. Wizards Pacers. This is just a barn burner start off the day. 6-19 Pacers, 3-20 Wizards. Wizards have got 1 road win so far this season. Injury report so far. We'll run down this one here. We've got, looks like, who do we got? Brandon, Middleton, Sarr, Bilal, and Corey Kispert all out for the Wizards. Not quite enough, right? Tony Bradley and Nembhard game time decision. Shepard, Neesmith, and Toppin all out and of course Halliburton, who's out all season for the Pacers here. Pacers favored by 8.5. This was 9.5. Totals where we're focused in on this game. 233.5. The line was 234.5. It came down. I'll be really honest. I don't see a lot of defense being played, period, by either side here. I understand the Pacers have played a lot of under games, but they haven't played crappy competition here like the Wizards. So over for us, 58.5 first quarter. 117.5 first half, 233.5 for the game. Siakam 10 plus field goals made. Mathurin 3+ threes. Bryce Huff 3+ blocks. Let's see. Keyshawn George under 15.5 points. Huff for 2+ threes. He's definitely better at shooting the 3 ball at home than on the road, like most guys, right? In that one. Next game up, 3:30 Eastern time frame. Hornets and the Cavs in Cleveland. So Hornets at home tend to keep things close. Hornets on the road normally suck. I mean, we're just we say, it should be they're non-productive, right? I guess is the more politically correct term, but they suck. They haven't not been good. Anyway, 10.5 the line here, 234.5 total. Really like this 234.5 number. This is another. I think we get 2 over games out of the shoot. Cavs Hornets over 59.5 first half or first quarter. I keep wanting to say first half first. Sorry, guys. 119.5 first half and 234.5 for the game. Knuppel, 19+ points and 25+ points in rebounds. Brandon Miller, 2+ steals and blocks. Darius Garland, 3+ turnovers. Diabate, I can't pronounce his name. I don't even know why I bother. 7+ rebounds. Tyson for the Cavs, 16+ points and assists. Kalkbrenner, 2+ rebounds first quarter. Knuppel, 7+ field goals. Donovan Mitchell, 11+ field goals. Next game up. How about a little 76ers at the Hawks? So here's my thought on this. The Hawks are only 4.5 points. Does this sound a little cheap? It kind of does. But all of a sudden, the 76ers are 14-10 overall and 6-3 on the road, while the Hawks are 4-6 at home. The Hawks on the road have been okay. Now, they've also gotten here lately, the Hawks have seemed to run into a little bit of a run, right? They've lost, 4 out of their last 5. The only win out of that last 5, too, was to the Wizards, by the way. They lost their last game at home against Denver, and then the game before that at home at the Clippers. They lost to the Pistons twice. Nothing wrong with that. But the Clippers loss at home is the one that really kind of sticks out because the Clippers haven't done anything. On the other side, the 76ers have won 4 out of 5. Injury report, Oubre's out. Here's the surprise. Embiid's a game-time decision. No one would have guessed, right? Maxey, who did not play in the last game, is also a game-time decision as well. Watford's still out. For the Hawks, Porzingis is still out. Walker Alexander, who's been a big-time scorer for them, game-time decision. That's another thing that kind of pushing us to the 76ers way. Trae Young still out as well. He was supposed to possibly be back a couple of days ago. Now he's pushed out till it seems like the 20th of this month as that injury is not fully healed. So in this one here, we like the 76ers plus that 4.5. If you want to play a money line, I don't blame you here. I just think on the road, they're better than what Atlanta is at home. I think it sounds like Maxi's probably going to play here. That's even better. And if Embiid plays, even better. They've had, it's not playing back to back, so it should be able to play and labor down the field. Embiid was really good in the last one. Hawks plus 1.5 first quarter, 2.5 first half, 4.5 for the game. Okongwu under 11.5 rebounds and assists combined. He just doesn't get to 12. Dyson Daniels, 6+ rebounds. I know we don't have a lot of player props, and the reason is there's nothing really for Philly at the moment on that. So not a lot of Philly stuff because there's a couple of game time decisions, and they're two big players, right, in between with Embiid and Maxey. Paul George might score 15, 16. Got a chance for 16+ points if you can get that point prop around there again. Don't blame you there. Embiid, if you can get around 8-9 rebounds, I think it's a possibility as well. Embiid, if you can get him for somewhere under the 28-point mark to go over, I like that as well if that does pop off. Next game up, we've got Bucks and the Nets. Bucks, whopping 11-15, 3-8 on the road. The Nets, 6-18, 2-10 on the road. So this one here, to be really honest, we thought about playing just the Nets in the first quarter and the first half, although they've won 3 out of their last 5. Now, on the other hand, the Bucks have lost 3 out of their last 5. They did get a nice win coming back to beat the Celtics at home. On the road, the last 2 times on the road, they've gotten walloped. They lose by what? They lose to the Wizards. And anytime you lose to the Wizards, it's like losing to a good team by 30. And they lose to the Pistons by a dozen. No Giannis. AJ Green's also out. Prince is also out for the Bucks. Cam Thomas still out. That injury looks like it's going to take till the first of next year. I don't know why they keep kidding themselves. Highsmith still out. So Porter Jr. has played extremely well for the Nets. Claxton's picked up the pace. So has Clowney. They're not good, but they tend to surprise teams, I think, early, or teams come in a little lax against them because they tend to hang around, especially early. So if you just want to play the Nets in the first quarter and the first half, I don't blame you. I think you got great opportunity there. We're going to play him for the game as well. Nets plus a half first quarter, plus a half first half, plus 1.5 for the game. Clowney, 20+ par, points, assists, rebounds combined. Michael Porter Jr. Man, I tell you what, you make him the main scorer, and he can light up the box score. 33+ points and rebounds combined. Nick Claxton, 22+ points and rebounds combined. Terrence Mann, 4+ rebounds. Sharp, 6+ points. Claxton, 13+ rebounds and assists in that one there. Next game up, we got a lot of rebounds in that game as well. The next game, we have the Kings and the T-Wolves in Minneapolis at the Target Center. Kings were 11.5-point dog. Now that line's down to 10.5, and I think a lot of sharps seeing the same thing that I'm doing is that the T-Wolves tend to jack around way too much. Even though they're power rating wise, 80% chance to win a game, which means you cover the 11.5, but they have just not done so as of late. Conley still out. Anthony Edwards, game time decision. And for the Kings, Sabonis still out. Schroeder and Keon Ellis, both game time decisions. Also, Drew Eubanks is out for the Kings, missing a couple of big guys there. I just think that 10.5, I'll take the points here. The way the T-Wolves have played, this is another one. If you just want to play the Kings plus the points in the first quarter and first half, I don't blame you there as well. This is where I expect them to probably win those. Even though they're 3-11 on the road, a lot of it's second half collapse. T-Wolves 8-4 at home. It's just been not good. Very surprising basketball, I'm going to say, from Minnesota. But they still, it's like Ant-Man feels like he still needs to get everybody else involved a little bit and pass around the ball instead of just going out there and scoring 40 on a nightly basis. Just go score the damn 40 and win the game. Quit waiting around till the second, third, fourth quarter in order to turn it on. Just go turn it on immediately, get a big lead, and go to work. But for some reason, he's just not super aggressive trying to feel the game out maybe early. But Kings plus 3.5 first quarter, 6.5 first half, 11.5 for the game. Naz Reid under 10.5 rebounds and assists. Julius Randle, 6+ assists. Rudy Gobert, 12+ points. And then we've got Westbrook for 3 different props. 2+ threes, 5+ field goals, and 21+ points and assists. DeRozan and Levine didn't make it as they've been a little inconsistent lately, to say the least. And we like consistency, my goodness. All right, let's get to the next game, shall we? 7 o'clock Eastern time frame as well. Pelicans and the Bulls. Don't look now, but the Pelicans are playing some decent basketball. Even though they've only won 1 out of their last 5, and they did crush the Trailblazers. That San Antonio game, they kept it within 3. The Brooklyn game was the only one that was really a turd. They played Minnesota 2 consecutive games, covered both of those. They've covered 4 out of their last 5. The Bulls, on the other hand, finally got a win at Charlotte, and barely 129, a 3-point win there. Pelicans did just win about 3 weeks ago, and they beat them by 13 in New Orleans. I like the Pelicans plus the points here in this spot. Zion's a game-time decision. DeJounte Murray obviously is still out. We've got Kobe White, Dosimo, Herter, and Dalen Turner are all game-time decisions for the Bulls. But we like the Pelicans plus the points here. They're covering the points. It has went down from 5.5 to 4.5. I think you have to 5 might be a push. I think you've got to get this to 5.5. So pay the juice. So plus 1.5 first quarter, 3.5 first half, 5.5 for the game. Josh Giddey, 18+ rebounds and assists one more time. Why not? It continues to cash. Murphy, 20+ points. Jalen Smith for the Bulls, 5+ rebounds. Saddiq Bey, his numbers are coming down because Zion might be back. So even better for us. Bey, 12+ points. He's been at 17 for multiple weeks. Bey at 21+ par, points, assists, rebounds. He's been at 27 par for multiple weeks. Trey Murphy, 23+ points and assists. Jeremiah Fears, 4+ rebounds. Jalen Smith for the Bulls, 9+ points. Next game up, Lakers and the Suns in Phoenix. Lakers are favored by 1.5 here. So the Suns did just beat the Lakers in LA. What was it? Start of the month, so like 2 weeks ago. Austin Reeves is out for the Lakers. Dylan Brooks, game time decision. Booker, game time decision. The only one really out, I guess, is Livers and Green for the Suns. The rest of them game time decisions. Brooks and Booker are big deals, right? Now, Booker hasn't been stellar this season scoring the ball, but he does take a lot of double teams. Brooks has been the one that's been amazing for them scoring the basketball. If Brooks doesn't play and Booker doesn't play, this line's going up. So we're going to take advantage of the 1.5 that we've got now. Lakers minus a half first quarter, half first half, 1.5 for the game. Hachimura has hit 2+ 3-pointers on the road in like 9 consecutive games. He can't seem to buy him at home, but on the road he can. Luka, 2+ steals and blocks. Grayson Allen, if he can stay from getting suspended or thrown out of this game, 4+ points in the first quarter. LaRavia, under 2.5 rebounds. It's a shame a dude that big can't rebound. And LeBron, 8+ field goals. Next final game of the night, Warriors, Blazers to finish this off in the NBA. So Warriors on the road at Portland, not an easy place to play, but yet the Warriors are still favored. Well, it's because Steph Curry's back, and he's been back for a game, and all of a sudden they started winning. Blazers were just on a long road trip. By the way, the Blazers have already won the first 2 games of the series with them. In October, they got a win. Late October by 20 at home. Then they won at Golden State by 4. This game back at home here. And the Blazers, the last 5, they were all on the road. They went 1-4. Now, the New Orleans game was ugly. The Memphis game wasn't that great. Detroit, they hung in there. They did win at Cleveland and lost to Toronto in a close one. The Warriors, they ended up losing that game to Minnesota. They did beat Chicago, who's in a tailspin. They caught Cleveland on the worst shooting night of the year, and then they lost to Philly and OKC. So they've lost 3 out of their last 5. And here's the injury report. Al Horford's still out. Drew Holiday's still out. Klingon game time decision. I think that's a big one for him to play. They seem to play a little bit better when he is here. I'll be really honest with you. I just think Portland might be the nemesis here for Golden State. And don't really like Golden State on the road as they're 6-9 on the road. Now, the Blazers are only 3-6 at home, but they've played 9 out of their 25 games at home. They're due for a nice, long homestand to get kind of in the groove. We like the Blazers plus the points here. Blazers plus 1.5 first quarter, 2.5 first half, 4.5 for the game. Avita, 34 plus points and assists. Post for the Warriors under 17.5 par points, assists, rebounds combined. Sharp for the Blazers, 24 plus points and assists. Avita, one more time, 42 plus par points, assists, rebounds combined. Kamara, 2 plus turnovers. And Pazinski has actually hit this number in 9 consecutive games, 11 plus points and rebounds combined. All right, that's going to be a rundown of college basketball, NBA basketball for Sunday, December 14th. If you like the content you're seeing here, make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, throw us a like, leave a comment. Appreciate all of those things you guys do. Shows a lot of love, keeps us motivated to keep making episodes at all times for you guys as well. So make sure you do that. And it doesn't cost you a penny to do so. Also, all of our episodes here on YouTube brought to you by Outlier, the world's #1 sports betting app. If you want stuff that hits at 60, 70, 80, 90+% of the time, they've got those there. If you want all the sports, they do those as well, including sports we don't do, like hockey, for example. So they do all of those. They also give you what they call EV, which is value bets, stuff that is way off value. So, for example, something that's currently at plus 120 that should be at maybe minus 120. So showing a lot of value there. They're going to show you all of those and give you odds on the bets you want to make, give you the best odds at the books you participate in. You can make all those bets from one spot as well and hold all in one spot in the Outlier app. Also, private Discord channels available. Join a couple 100+ members who love doing the same thing you do, sports wagering. Get all of our bets early. Get them in writing so you don't have to write them down as we go along. See which ones are our highest unit plays to make sure you're putting the most money where it needs to go as well. You can parlay some of them together. You can play them straight like we do. A lot of opportunities there to put it all together there on the Discord channel. We do appreciate everybody's support as always, and we look forward to seeing you on our next episode.